Tonight's story is not about hurry, nor is it about noise. It is a journey to a land of absolute peace and to a magical river that washes away every single worry of the day. Once upon a time, far beyond the horizon where the sky gently rests upon the mountains, there was a tiny tranquil village named Mayapur. The people of Mayapur lived in absolute peace. There was no noise, no rush, and no worry. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the hills, a mysterious silver mist would descend and wrap the village in a soft embrace. This mist wasn't cold or eerie. It was as warm and soft as spun cotton. Whenever it touched the trees, the leaves would sway in the gentle breeze, creating a melody that sounded like a lullaby. The crickets would chime in with their rhythmic tunes, and the moon would seem to grow a little larger, casting a soft, comforting glow over the earth. Right at the center of Mayapur stood a massive ancient banyan tree. The villagers believed this tree was the guardian of Mayapur. It was said that within its thousands of leaves lay hidden a millennium of peaceful fairy tales. Anyone who sat under its sprawling branches would find their heavy eyelids naturally closing, coaxed into a restful sleep. In this village lived a young boy named Arav. Arav was quiet, thoughtful, and deeply imaginative. He had a nightly ritual. Before going to bed, he would sit by his window and count the stars, weaving tiny stories in his leather-bound diary. One night, the world was completely still. Everyone was fast asleep. Arav noticed that the night felt different. The moon was exceptionally bright, and a faint soothing scent of sandalwood drifted through the air. Suddenly, a small sapphire blue bird perched on his windowsill. Its wings shimmered as if they were dusted with stardust. The bird looked at Arav and spoke in a voice as soft as a whisper. "Arav, do you hear it? There is a call coming from the other side of the Silver River." Arav was surprised. The Silver River? But that is so far away, where no one ever goes. The bird fluttered its wings gently. "Yes, Arav, but we must go tonight. The magical key of Mayapur has been misplaced. If we don't find it, the people of the village will lose their ability to dream beautiful dreams, and their peaceful sleep will vanish." Arav wrapped his soft, warm blanket around his shoulders and stepped out of his house. The village looked enchanting under the moonlight, completely cradled in a deep, magical slumber. The bluebird flew ahead, guiding the way, and Arav followed with slow, quiet steps. Soon they reached the edge of the Whispering Woods. While this forest looked ordinary during the day, at night it transformed into a realm of pure magic. The ancient trees were immense. Their branches swayed in a slow, rhythmic motion, as if they were performing a dance to soothe the earth. The ground was covered in a thick carpet of emerald green moss, completely cushioned and silent underfoot. Thousands of fireflies swarmed gracefully, glowing in harmony to illuminate a path for Arav. As Arav walked through the forest, it felt like he was walking on a bed of clouds. Every step was silent. The air was filled with a profound stillness. He stopped by a massive tree known to the villagers as the grandfather tree. The grandfather tree lowered its branches slightly and whispered, "Walk with a calm heart, little one. Only a peaceful mind can find the way to the Silver River." Leaving the woods behind, Arav and the bluebird finally arrived at the banks of the legendary Silver River. Arav gasped softly at the sight. The river didn't flow with water, but with liquid silver light. The light was so mild and gentle that looking at it felt like a soothing balm to tired eyes. The river moved at an incredibly slow pace. There were no waves, no rushing sounds, and no turbulence. There was only a faint rhythmic hush-hush sound, resembling the comforting touch of someone running their fingers through your hair. A small wooden boat, carved out of fragrant sandalwood, was tied to the wooden dock. Arav stepped inside and lay down. The bluebird perched at the bow. Without needing any oars, the boat untied itself and began to drift effortlessly across the silver water. The further they traveled, the quieter the world became. Arav looked up at the sky. Millions of stars were blinking slowly, like tiny eyes getting tired. He felt completely weightless, as if he were floating through the center of a peaceful universe. His muscles relaxed, and all his thoughts began to drift away. After drifting for what felt like an eternity, the boat gently nudged the shores of a tiny island. This was the Island of Dreams. The sand on the beach was pure white and incredibly fine, feeling like soft velvet. At the center of the island stood a magnificent, oversized lotus flower. A gentle, ethereal glow emanated from its petals. The bluebird whispered, Arav, look inside the lotus. That is where the lost key rests. Arav walked on tiptoe across the soft sand. Inside the heart of the lotus lay a beautifully crafted golden key. Guarding it was a mystical, snow-white rabbit with long, floppy ears. The rabbit was curled up, snoring softly in a deep sleep. Not wanting to disturb the creature, Arav reached out with utmost care and gently lifted the golden key. The moment his fingers touched it, a wave of absolute serenity washed over him. Any remaining tiredness or tiny worry completely vanished from his mind. Holding the key safely, Arav returned to the sandalwood boat. The vessel began its journey back to Mayapur. This time the ride felt even slower, even more peaceful. The silver light of the river began to dim slightly as the final hours of the night approached. The bluebird flew down, perched near Arav's ear, and hummed a sweet, low lullaby. Close your eyes, Arav. The night is nearly done. The silver waves have carried you. The quiet race is won. The golden key is in your hand. The village safe and sound. Let go of all your waking thoughts. Let peaceful sleep be found. By the time the boat touched the dock of Mayapur, Arav's eyes were incredibly heavy. Keeping them open was almost impossible. He walked back to his house in a dreamy daze, slipped the golden key safely under his pillow, and climbed into bed. As he pulled his thick, cozy blanket up to his chin, he felt as though he were sinking into a vast, soft cloud. The rhythmic chirping of the distant crickets, the rustling of the leaves, and the gentle hum of the silver river blurred together into a beautiful symphony. Every person in Mayapur returned to dreaming beautiful, sweet dreams, and Arav drifted away, sinking deeper and deeper into a profound, calm, and undisturbed sleep, where there was nothing but peace.